You know, the Air Force has a long history of maintaining its units that have rich tradition. It goes back to the first flying squadrons that flew with the Lafayette Escadrille, and it goes right on up to World War II and the Tuskegee Airmen. And the Redtails that they flew under in World War II were a real part of our Air Force history. And it's important that we preserve that history. And right here in our 100th Fighter Squadron, which is part of the 187th, we have that history preserved. And it's important that if we get the opportunity to convert to the F-35, that those Redtails continue to be flying new airplanes. And they deserve, that history deserves to have the newest technology behind it, because that's what the Air Force has always done with its historical units. You know, a lot of times we talk about all the jobs and things that are associated with the F-35 conversion here. And certainly we can't downplay the importance of that for our community. But there's also the side component that we don't think about every day, and that's the men and women that work out there and how they add to our community. They bring an intellectual capital in our churches and our schools and our communities that is hard to match, because they bring experience that comes from all over the world, and they bring it to our community every day, both the men and women at Maxwell and the men and women of the 187th. And they're here working in regular jobs during the week and then as guardsmen on the weekend. And that, you can't overemphasize the impact that has on our community in volunteer organizations and things that make a difference in the quality of life for our whole river region. And having them continue to stay here is what's so critical to us, and why we are fighting so hard to have the F-35 come here and replace the F-16, because it ensures that those same people will continue to work in our community for the next 35 to 50 years. And it's important that our community understands and shows the support necessary to convince the people who make this decision that we are the perfect place for the F-35 to come next. And it's not that all these units aren't good units. They all can do this job. But we think we have a special place for all kinds of reasons. We have a special place operationally in our ability to train and fight in this area. And we've shown that over many years with the F-16. We also have a long tradition that's historically important to the Air Force with the Tuskegee Airmen. And so that competition is just that. It's something that we intend to win, and it's something that's very important to us as a community because of all the things that are connected. It's not just jobs, it's not just history, it's not just the ability to do the mission the best. It's a combination of all those things that we think has uniquely made the 187th the most viable unit to win this competition and be one of the lead F-35 units for the National Guard and the defense of our country.